Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. In today's video, we'll learn debounce search. Now straight to the point, let me show you the problem and let me explain you what exactly debounce search is. Now in my current setup, I have something to search into and I have a search input. Now currently my setup is such that whenever I type something in my search input, the searching happens again and again. Now to solve this problem, now what is the problem here? The problem is that searching is very expensive nowadays. Now to stop, I don't want the search to happen every time I type a new character. So how can I solve this problem is that don't start the searching whenever I'm typing any character. Basically only start the searching when I stop typing. So if I open my console, you can see that every time I type some character, the search happens again and again. Now how can we convert this to debounce search? Let me show you. So I have a very basic implementation of search. This can not get more simpler than this. I have an input where every time I type something, the search text state gets updated. Sorry for tongue slip. And whenever search text gets updated, I run this again and again. The searching happens again and again, and I render this in the UI. This is very simple. Now how can we convert this into debounce search? Now let me paste a very basic code. Now you can see I have created a special hook and it accepts text and delay. Now there is a state called debounce. Now what we want to do is in this debounce state, I want to store the actual search I want to do. Now debounce stores the actual text that we want to search into, and we only want to set the debounce whenever some delay happens when user stops typing. So for that, I have created a use effect, and in the array dependency, I have text and delay. So whenever this text or delay changes, I want to run this again and again. So I have created a timeout. Now when the delay, let's say whenever user stop typing and 200 milliseconds passed, then in debounce state, I want to store the actual search text, and then I want to carry out searching. And finally, we clean up, we cancel out the timer. If user keeps typing, then we want to cancel the timer and then start this again and again. Don't get confused, you'll understand everything after we implement this. Now let us use this hook. So I can call use debounce search, and inside this I can pass my search text and I can pass a delay. For now, let us say that I want a delay of 1 second. Now I can store the value that this returns. So this returns the debounced. So I can store this in debounced. I can store this in a variable debounce. And now basically every time what's happening is that whenever I type something, search text gets updated. So when this state gets updated, my component re-renders. So whenever my component is re-rendering, it goes from top to bottom, and now we call the hook. So whenever we are calling the hook, this gets run, and I have already explained what this hook does. So we pass the search text and we pass the delay, and this starts the timer. And if we keep typing in this input, every time this will get run. And whenever we stop typing for some delay, the debounce state will be updated, and this will contain the final text that we want to search into. And finally, we don't want to search from the search text, but this time we want to search from the debounce, because debounce contains the text that we want to search. So instead of search text, we want to store debounced. Now this would solve the problem. Now let's see if this actually solves the problem that we faced previously or not. So let me open my console. Now what should happen is that whenever I type something, the searching should not happen. So basically you can see that, okay, searching is happening again and again. So let's see what the actual problem. Okay, we don't want to rerun this whenever search text changes. Now we want to run whenever debounced get changes. Now whenever I type something in this input, the searching should not happen. So okay, look, as I'm typing, the search is not happening. But when I stop typing for 1 second, the search will happen. You can see searching again. So we have correctly implemented debounce search. Let's do it once more. So we're typing, the search is not happening. Now I stop for 1 second and the search continues. So this is how we can implement debounce search. So basically debounce search means that start searching when we stop typing. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.